Hello everyone, my name is Heather Gussie and welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about meditation. So it's so buggy out here. Oh, let me just explain. I am in a field next to my apartments and the sun has already set. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this, but I'm gonna try my best, okay? So about a year and a half ago, I started my spirituality and mindfulness journey. So what I did was I started using the Calm app, and I don't really know how the Calm app came into my life, probably an ad or something, honestly, but I decided to do the 7-day free trial and actually try to meditate for those 7 days. Well, I just did about 3 to 5 minute short guided meditations, and honestly it was so hard, so I gave up and I forgot about it. But I also had input my debit card information in the app, so after those 7 days were up, it charged me for a full year subscription. And I realized that like a week later, and I was like, shit. And at that time I was like, I don't want $70 just to go to waste, so let me try to actually meditate. So that's what I did. Because of that, I actually gave meditation a try. And a year and a half later, I can confidently say that meditating every day or almost every day has been highly beneficial to my life. So my go-to with this app is I do the 10-minute daily calm, and it's a guided meditation, only 10 minutes long, so it's super easy. And I'm not trying to like tell you to do this is just my experience, and I just found this to be super useful and easy for beginners. Through these guided meditations, the first part is very like easy, like focus on your breathing, and then at the very end they talk about like a lesson or give a story to kind of just like give some food for thought for the rest of the day. Some of these stories, or I call them meditation takeaways, they have hit me hard. Like I swear, like I remember them to this day. There are like life lessons where I was just like, oh my god, like and some of these takeaways hit me right when I needed to hear them the most. Like I swear I've cried after some of these meditations. I've like laughed. I'm just like, oh my god. Okay, that's what I want to talk to you or share with you today, is some of these meditation takeaways that have impacted my life so much. So okay, here we go. The first one is the story. So oh, there's like a helicopter. That's probably loud. I live right by a hospital, so there's a lot of people like coming in and out. Okay. Okay, so the first is a story I'm gonna tell you. There were once 3 blind men. These 3 blind men came upon an elephant. None of them have experienced an elephant before. So they all touched the elephant and then explain what they experienced. The first one had touched the trunk and he said, oh my gosh, an elephant is like a snake. The second blind man touched the side of the elephant and said, oh wow, it's big, it's thick like a wall. The third blind man touched the ear and said, wow, it's thin, it's like a fan. And all 3 men were like, no, it's like a snake, it's like a fan, it's like a wall. And they were arguing so much, but the thing of it is, they were all correct, right? They just had a different perspective, but it just wasn't the entire picture. The moral of the story is that we as humans tend to claim absolute truth based on our limited subjective experience and ignore other people's limited subjective experience to be true. So the quote at the end of this meditation was, it's when we step back from a single brush stroke that we can see the whole painting. Isn't that great, you guys? Like, I love that story. Okay, so the second story is, or meditation takeaway experience, I don't know how to what to call this. The second thing that just has sat with me through meditation is, so okay, me and my friend, we were driving down the Pacific Coast Highway and we were somewhere in Oregon. If you don't know, the Pacific Coast Highway is a road that goes from the north of Washington all the way down to San Diego, like through California. So we drove from Seattle to LA. We stopped on the side of the road next to this beautiful, just place to stop, like this beautiful pull aside and like enjoy the view. I can't think of words right now. Okay. Anyway, we're like, okay, let's go walk out. We decided to do meditation, and I was filming some for my vlog of us just sitting in meditation pose. And my camera, like my tripod, it was so windy, it fell over and it cracked my phone. And I was so mad. I was like, what? Are you kidding? Like, oh no. But anyway, I was like, whatever, let's just do the meditation. And you guys, the story of the meditation was about how in ancient civilizations, I don't know which one it was, like in China, I'm not sure, when like a pot or a vase would break and crack, they would fix it with this gold glue, and the gold glue would make it look even better than it did before. The takeaway was there's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Isn't that crazy? Like after the meditation, I was like, holy shit. And then my phone ended up being okay. Like it was just a little crack. I don't even notice it anymore. Okay, the third story is there was a person driving on the road and they came upon a car in front of them. And the car was like driving really bad. They were going back and forth. They were stopping, you know, kind of like going behind, then driving forward, swerving all over. And the person driving behind them, they were getting pissed off. But then they noticed a little sticker that said, learning stick shift, be patient, please. And then the person driving behind who like just read that, they were like, okay, like they understood. So then they had more patience with the driver in front of them because they understood that they were driving stick shift. So the point of that story is not everyone carries a sign that promotes their problems or their issues that they're going through. So just, you should always practice patience. And the quote with that is, compassion becomes real when we recognize our shared humanity. Okay, the fourth one is, the quote itself isn't super crazy special, but it was just where I was when I did the meditation that made it special. I was in Sedona, Arizona. Me, my mom, and sister, we were meditating at the Airport Mesa Vortex, and I just played the daily calm meditation for all of us to listen to. And at the end, the takeaway was, we are born in one day, we die in one day. We change in one day, we can fall in love in one day. Anything can happen in just one day. Number 5, this is probably one of my favorites along with the elephant story. So there was this Zen master and he was walking along in the jungle and then he notices a tiger approaching. He's like, shit, and he starts running. And then he comes to a cliff and he's like, shit. And he's like, okay, what do I do? The tiger's behind me, the cliff's in front of me. He sees a vine, he goes down on the vine. He's hanging over the cliff, right? And he's scared. He's like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna die. He looks up, there's a tiger. He looks down, there's the fall leading to his death. But then he spots something red. And he looks over and he's like, oh my God, there's a strawberry. It's so beautiful. It looks so good. So he reaches over, plucks the strawberry and eats it. And he's in pure bliss. And the story ends there. The story ends there, you guys. So the meaning of this story is the tiger represents your past, and the cliff, like the fall from the cliff, represents your future. And the strawberry represents the present. So enjoy the present. Just take in every moment that you're feeling right now. I am concerned what happens to the Zen master because I don't really know. So the story just ends there. And we're just gonna leave it at that. The quote for that is, worrying does not empty tomorrow of its troubles. It empties today of its strengths. I like that one, it's nice. Okay, the last long one. There's these monks and they spend days, maybe a week, using sand to create mandalas. Do you know what a mandala is? I'll like throw a picture up here if you don't. So they make these mandalas in the sand. After they're finished, they look at it and then they push it all into the water. So like they spend all this time, a week or so, making this mandala just to destroy it. Like what? What does that mean, you ask? Well, I have an answer. It is not impermanence that makes us suffer. What makes us suffer is the wanting things to be permanent when they are not. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of people dwell on the past and me included, I used to do this. You dwell on nostalgic things way too much, or like a past relationship or a past city you lived in, and you might not be happy now. And the thing is, like, everything's always changing and you just need to go with the flow. You need to appreciate things for what they were, but move forward. But also enjoy the present, like the strawberry story. Okay, so those are my 6 big stories, and now I'm just gonna leave you with 3 quotes that I really enjoy. Okay, so here's one. There are 2 ways to live: as if nothing is a miracle, and as if everything is a miracle. Our mind is a garden. Our thoughts are seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. When you press pause on a machine, it stops. But when you press pause on a human, it starts. You guys, when you press pause on a human, it starts. Y'all need to meditate. I'm telling you, you need to meditate. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and it's getting pretty dark now. I hope this video is okay. It's probably not, whatever. But thank you. Please like and subscribe, and I will catch you next week. Bye, guys.